Hey everybody, Carl Lodenthal here again for you. So in this video, we are going to talk about the approach in general just to hitting. So in my previous videos, I talked about the approach when you're behind in the count, when you have 2 strikes. I also talked about the approach when you're ahead in the count, when maybe the count's 2 balls, no strikes, or 3 balls, 1 strike. So how about all the other counts? How about when you just stepped up to the plate and it's 0-0 or 1-0 or 0-1 or 1-1 or many other combinations that there are. So there's not one right answer for this approach. It's going to differ based on your own skills and preference, and I'll kind of explain why. So for me personally, I knew that when I'm going good, when I'm locked in, and I'm hitting the ball well, my most solid swing is line drives to left center field. So I'm a lefty, so for me, it was up the middle or left center. So that was just my own personal swing. That's how my bat path went. So as you kind of get older and you learn kind of what kind of pitches you like or what your bat path is, and you'll kind of learn that again as you get older and you start facing different types of pitches, and you have to worry about different types of speeds and different types of angles and breaks to the ball. But again, there's no right answer to this. However, there is kind of just a standard of what's easier to hit, and I'll kind of explain why. And again, this is just a general approach. So this isn't if you're cheating and looking to catch a ball out in front, or this isn't if you're getting defensive and looking let that ball get deep and just fight pitches off. This is just you're at the plate and you're just looking to get on base, get a solid hit. So, and I'm kind of going to reference back to kind of my other videos when I talked about the mechanics of a swing, and I talked about a tunnel and keeping your hands inside the ball. And this is just to keep it general and simple. The wider that tunnel is, the easier it is for your hands to stay inside it. And what I mean by that, if you haven't watched those other videos, is when you're in your stance, and everyone probably knows the phrase, keep your hands inside the ball. And again, all that means is no matter where that pitch is, when you're in your stance before your swing, you don't want your hands behind you to leak outside the ball. So you don't want your hands to get away from your body in your backswing. So to give you this angle, and that pitch is coming here. When I start my swing, I don't want my hands back here to go around the ball. I want to stay inside the ball, and get the barrel out in front. So coming back on this angle if you were the pitcher. So good visual here. And this is why an inside fastball is the hardest to hit as a hitter. So if you're a pitcher, if you're also a pitcher, and you're taught to pitch inside on a hitter, throw fastballs in, that's a good approach. And I'm going to tell you, if you're facing hitters, and as you get older and you're facing better hitters, and they have the right approach, that is a hard pitch to hit. Again, unless the hitter is cheating and looking to catch the ball out in front, and if they are doing that, then there's easier pitches as a pitcher for swings and misses. So that's why this is the hardest pitch to hit. A hitter that wants to see that ball, wants to get a little bit longer, a little bit deeper into the zone. What you're doing as a hitter is, again, if you can widen that tunnel where your hands can stay inside the ball, that's easier to hit. And that is the key to hitting, is to stay inside the ball with your hands. So no matter where that pitch is, your hands from your batting stance to that location of the pitch, that's your tunnel. So it goes from hands to wherever that pitch is. So to give you this visual, if that pitch is out over the plate, which would be about right here, so you can see from my hands to that pitch right here, my tunnel is this wide. Once that pitcher starts throwing inside, which is about right here, see how smaller that tunnel gets? So now I only have this much space to keep my hands inside the ball, opposed to a pitch out over the middle of the plate. I have this much space to keep my hands inside the ball. So it's a bigger margin for error. So my suggestion would be, and again, it's something that worked for me, but it is different for everybody, is if you're looking just to hit the ball hard, gap to gap, or up the middle early in the count. And again, by having that approach, just gives you a bigger margin for error. You can catch that ball a little bit further back in your swing or a little bit further up in your swing, and you're still hitting that ball in fair territory and hard, is you want to look for a ball out over the plate. So that doesn't mean away, because if you chase a pitch too far away, then you're going to be reaching for the ball, maybe hit it off the end of the bat, or maybe hit a weak ground ball to the opposite side of the field. So an away pitch isn't really what you're looking at. You're just looking for a pitch over the white part of home plate. So it could be middle, it can be middle away, or it can be middle in. But you just want to stay off the pitches that are on the black, meaning if you look at a plate, there's that little black line surrounding the plate. Is anything really inside on your hands, you probably don't want to lay off of unless you're cheating on that first pitch and you're trying, again, unless you're going back to that 2-0, 3-1 approach where you're guessing it's going to be inside and just cheating on it. But if you're not, and you're just looking for that early in the count, just a hard pitch to hit, that pitch in on the black, really in on your hands, or that pitch really far away, they're not good pitches to swing early in the count. You're not going to do much with it. You're not going to hit it hard anywhere. And then it's going to be kind of a waste of a bat because, again, this is a pitch where maybe you still have 1, 2, 3, 4 more pitches that you can work with in the at-bat. So, again, just to keep it simple, and this is different. It's going to be different for everybody. You have to really know your pitch. But early in the count or even in the count, you're looking for a pitch white part of the plate. I know that sounds simple, but the reason for that, just to give you the why behind that, is that just widens your tunnel to keep your hands inside the ball. So again, out over the plate, that could mean middle, it could mean middle away, or it could mean middle in. And the tee work's a good drill for this because you can kind of place the tee on the different parts of the plate, and you can train your eyes, you can train your hands to know where those pitches are that you can really get the barrel to. But that's kind of a good approach, solid approach when you're even in the count, early in the count, is make it easy on yourself where you can stay inside the ball with your hands, is just look for that pitch out over the plate, widen that tunnel where your hands have to go through before that barrel whips to contact. All right, so as always, please subscribe if you can, and love to start a conversation. If you have any comments, what your approach is as you get to the plate, maybe early or even with the count, but I'd love to hear it. Thank you. Bye.